Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further.
Queen Regent Dd2 appears to be working in concert with this Phases fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
This is beyond me, I'm afraid.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
I overheard some of the soul... standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
This might contain useful information.
Still a while to go before my shift's over.
That old fool wouldn't last a day without me.
Fine fettle today. All's well.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Will this take long? I'm terribly busy.
Mind, I have time for a citizen in need.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials. Result in different creations.
You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
I'm not taking any passengers just now.
I quite like it.
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the Watchhead's missus. Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The Watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night. I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you ask me.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I quite like it here.
Won't someone do aught about this? Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
What else needs doing?
Well met, sir.
There's much needs doing.
Put me out of bed at this hour.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Welcome.
New meeting with an adventure in the offing.
In the end,
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, Did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Vitali dignitary than is publicly known.
The rules at your leisure.
Got to sweep and dust before I think of supper.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
This show's far from over.
Welcome to the stop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Fine wares all.
You!
Shall we report this development to Captain Bront? Well met, sir. Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Always a pleasure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? You discovered this in the gracious hands for... I imagine 'twould indeed be sufficient to Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Aught shall change if your Majesty has any unfinished... Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, he refuses to obey me. There's a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
Right you are.
What are you up to? Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure. Welcome.
What to make of this?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your Majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely there's aught to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Pray, take it. Few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. 'Tis most fortunate that your Majesty is a Beastren. You ought pass through the border checkpoint without undue trouble.
Everyone always in such a...
What is that? All the best takes come from travellers of the inn.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gamble? Fine wares.
Oh no! I see so many smiles around you. Now, who to talk with first?
What should I get up to today?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gamble?
Rally!
Fine wares.
You've got them right where you want them.
I mislike the look of this.
Welcome.
This is an outrage!
Well met, sir. Fancy a gamble?
Don't much fancy
Fine
this.
wares.
I've had enough. You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Come to think of it, it is difficult to forget all that occurred at the coronation. I hope never to experience the like of that since.
I've had enough.
Welcome.
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
Not a care in the world, just as it should be.
Stand strong!
I'm not sure what the advice was,
like it here.
This looks as good a place as any.
All the best tales come from travelers at the inn.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Couldn't hurt to rest on those It gladdens the heart to see so many smiles.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Commerce is the domain of clever minds. You know where to find. This inspires naught but misgivings.
Places such as this nourish the spirit. It's comfort in a humdrum lonely life.
Master, you appear to be carrying rather a lot. Perhaps you ought to set a few things down?
Well met, sir.
All this talking's made my legs ache of fright.
Nothing's harder than living in Orange.
Let us sweep and duck.
Look as long as you please. Let's take it easy today. My knees are acting up. Take it easy today. My knees are acting up.
Well met, sir.
Nice to see everyone out and about.
Have you come to... While 'tis admirable to devote yourself, particularly if you are eligible for a special vocation, heretofore unseen opportunities of exciting potential. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance? Do come again.
Our foes will quail in the wake of your fearsome blows, Master.
I can just imagine the look.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait. Right there. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
All the best taste.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Oh, sir, if you please, pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot... Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive, and I would not risk being overheard. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
welcome one. I don't tell half. As many lies as my parents. Where was that bound?
I'm in
I'm always doing Viola, Mike. I can't.
I end up feeling weary.
Let's check my stock before it.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not, but I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. It is my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Ahem. Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
I've more time than I know how to spend. I've more time than I know how to spend.
"'Tis here I beg you to conduct yourself with care, and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead. You are more than welcome to..."
I'll take the night watch over desk work any day.
Make no sense of this. Oh, Heft, was you, wasn't it? The acts she committed were unforgivable. This I cannot deny. But what do you expect will befall the rest of us in her absence? Without the abbess, we cannot possibly attend to all our patients. Without her guidance, I... Forgive me. 'Twas an improper thing to say in light of the lives taken so unjustly. I will do what I can, but I fear I cannot attend to everyone here.
Quiet, but I like it.
Hi, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
I want to go home.
How are we to fight with such worn-out gear?
Shall we bring Miss Daphne to see Master Sebastian? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Still looking? Well, you'll know her at a glance, I'm sure. She looks just like me, after all.
I'll teach him a lesson he will soon forget.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Trade.
Got to sweep and dust before I think of
I
supper.
would say.
Time to head to market, methinks.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Find myself some work.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
Still looking? Well, you'll know her at a glance.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melve seems just the thing. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of importance. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
Won't someone do aught about this? Quite the predicament.
Oh, sir, the young master has not returned. I beg you, find him and bring him safely home. If aught were to befall him, I shudder to think.
You'll help him, won't you, Arisen?
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Speak to me another time.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Still waiting on
This
that.
crowd's good medicine. I must
Apologies, but I can't.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. 'Twas stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. 'Tis no exaggeration. He's had people killed afore, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir? Oh, pray do a poor man a kindness.
The Jadeite...